Hey lovies, welcome to my channel, Craft Away with May. I'm May. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by to see what I have going on. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back to hang out with me. I appreciate you all so very much. On this channel, I love to do all things DIY and crafting. I love to do them on a budget. However, I do love to splurge at times, but no matter what I'm doing at the end of the day, I love to have fun while crafting. Now, if that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. And you guys know those comments are only desired and not required, just because I love to chat and laugh with you guys after each video. So please leave me those comments, and remember to give me a thumbs up, as it will help my channel out so much, and I would appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And if you don't mind, share the content so others can join in on the fun and laugh with us, guys. Laughter with us. All right, guys, so I'm so excited about today's video. It is one of my favorite challenges to do. It's the 5 Under 5 challenge, hosted by Missi at Crafty Cove DIY and Emily from Farm Charm Chic. This month's guest host is Ellie from DIY House to Home Decor. So I will have their information in my description box below, as well as the playlist for the other awesome content creators participating in today's open challenge. So I won't hold you guys up. We're going to go ahead and jump into our first project. So I do apologize, guys. Somewhere or another, your girl managed to make the beginning of this project disappear, and I tried to make a comeback with it, but yeah, just so you know. So we're starting in with some staining there, using the burnt umber on that wood round, miniature wood round. And so what I'm going to be doing here is I wanted to create a storybook. So I picked up this book at Dollar Tree during the Halloween season. This is something I've been wanting to do. I did not anticipate using it on this particular video, but I ended up doing so. So I was going to say, you know, this was already in my stash, but we'll still factor it in because it still keeps us under our $5 mark. All right. So what I did was I took some of this crafting paper, cardstock, whichever you prefer to call it. I got it from Hobby Lobby. Tried to get through, guys, without the motorcycle. I'm so sorry. So, all right. So I cut that down off camera because you guys know. For anybody who's been here any length of time, you guys already know what happens when I try to cut down stuff. But I wanted to make it look perfect for you guys. Although it took me a couple tries, I got it right though. That's all that matters at the end of the day, okay? I'm going in with my Eileen's glue stick. Absolutely love this. It's a new find for me. I've only used it in like the last couple videos, but I absolutely love it, especially when I'm doing these particular type of crafts involving paper and adhering to them to certain surfaces. Eileen's tacky glue has won my heart over in comparison to the Gorilla Glue stick. I'm just gonna put it out there because I love my Gorilla Glue, but Eileen, girl, you did it. So yeah, so there's that. Now I'm not ruling out my Gorilla Glue, but you know, I have to give her the win on this. Once we got to be fair with it. So all I'm doing is making sure that all sides are adhered to the book. I did not paint this because I was using cardstock, guys. But if you're using a different type of paper that's a little bit more translucent, or you can see through it, then I would definitely recommend painting it in a nice thick chalk paint. But I did not see the need to do that here. And besides, I wanted to keep that brown color because I do like the brown color. I don't really decorate things for Halloween or anything like that. So I knew what I was going to use this for. And I was like, I don't want to lose this color. So I decided to not paint it. And I tried to cut it down. As you guys could see, there was a little too tedious because with my perfected cuts to begin with, you know, it's kind of hard to cut around it, just so y'all know. So I knew I was going to be sanding it down, guys. And that's what I'm doing here. And I'm really going to town on it. I do apologize for being out of shot. But I'm going to town on it because I wanted this book to look so weathered and torn and everything, like it's just been sitting there for hundreds of years, okay? And perfect. It's coming along great. I absolutely love this. So what we're going to be doing, like I said, I wanted to create a storybook, right? So the first story that I thought of was the night before Christmas, and I just had that whole vision of, you know, whenever they start that story, they always show the book opening. So I was like, maybe we're gonna do this, girl, and that's where we went. So I'm going in now with some more of my burnt umber, and I'm just going around the edges, like really, really distressing, high in those corners edges on the binder, because I feel like that's what gave it that nice vintage, you know, primitive Christmas look. And I loved it, guys. Like, oh my gosh, I was like, this is just so cute, just like this. Like, I love it. And it required like minimal effort. Like, this was probably, like, all of the projects today were super easy, and I was like really happy about that, because I, as always, impressed for time. You know, I know some people don't believe me, but I craft into the wee hours of the morning. So it's like I'm tired. Like, I'm already tired before I start, and then by the time I finish, like, it's like, you know, just running that race trying to get to the finish line. But I was so happy because I did finish all my projects within a record time for myself. It's like 3.5 hours, which I was so excited about, because that never happens ever. So but yeah, so I went in, I did the whole distressing and everything. And what I'm gonna do here, the book had like a little part where it looked like the page had like kind of torn out or flipped out or something like that. And so I wanted to highlight that. But after doing so, I kind of regretted it, because I felt like with me doing that, I probably should have highlighted the other lines as well. But I still made it work. I couldn't undo it. I could have painted over it with like the cashew color paint by Waverly and just made it like one straight color. But I'm like, no, I'm good with it. Like, it's not gonna, you know, change the outcome of the project. So I just left it as is, and I just really went heavy on the distressing in that area. So here I'm taking these letter cutouts from Hobby Lobby. Now these did come in a pack, I want to say for $2.99 if I'm not mistaken, and was quite a bit in there. So I'm not gonna include the whole $2.99 price, because I did not use every single letter in there. I didn't do the math on it, but I'm just gonna say it did not come out to, you know, a lot. I came out to pennies on the dollar, literally, with most of this. And what I'm doing here is, so the O that came in that package, to me, in my eyes when I was looking at it, was way too big for the word. Like, the other letters, like, it looked really odd. So I took one of the Q's and I cut off the little stubby part of the Q, or the pinky toe of the Q, whatever you want to call it, the little stubby thing. And I cut that off, and I felt like that matched better in the word, you know, alongside the other letters. And there it is. So I put "'twas the night before Christmas," and I had a little arch at the bottom, and that's because the Christmas word was so long, I had to create the arch to make it fit. But I do go in off camera and I add in a little wreath. As you saw, I was trying to add the Santa's head there, but I add in a little wreath there to take up that void. All right, so here I got these vintage stickers from Michael's, and I forget again how many came in a pack. I want to say 24, maybe 36. It was a high number. I know it was more than 24 actually. And so I got 2 packs of those. They were $2.99. I got them both packed for 50% off, so it keeps us still under our $5 mark. My twinkle lights I had in my possession already. That larger size Jenga block, it came in my pack. I forget how many come in a pack, but again, you get the whole pack for $5, and I only used one out of there, so I'm not including those here. And so, as you can see, I'm putting the other sticker on, and that's from the other pack. So one was like more of a vintage type of Christmas, and the other one was more of a very chic style. So I wanted to mix the two worlds together, because I wanted to create this like shadow box, if you will, this scenery of, you know, Christmas scenery, like a Hallmark scenery, right? That's where my mind went. It did, y'all. It went there. And so all of these are stickers I'm adding here. And so what I did was I took that Jenga block and put it in front of the battery pack, because I didn't want the fairy lights to go around the whole book. I just wanted to centralize on that bottom part. And I'm taking some of these bottle brush trees. I got these from from Dollar Tree years ago, and it's just, I've been recycling them. And I was going to leave that snowflake in there by itself, but I didn't like the way it looks, so I'm adding the wood around there, because I was actually going to use the root round on the front of the book, but that didn't work out either. As you guys could see, it was too many letters. As you guys could see, it was too many letters. But this works better. I feel like this tied it together, the outside with the inside. And I'm just pressing that in, and I love this, guys. It looks so cute. I am going to slow it down for you guys at the end so you can see. I had some issues with my editing, so I had to kind of speed things up just so I could get uploaded and all that, you know. So I do apologize, guys. But I'm just taking some of this faux snow from Dollar Tree. I do like using this faux snow because you do not have to use a lot to get that snowy effect, because it is plastic. Well, all of it's kind of like plastic. I think there's some styrofoam ones, but this one kind of like it's staticky, so it just kind of flies away a little bit. So you just have to take a little bit of sprinkle, and a little bit of a sprinkle goes a long way. So I'm doing that at the bottom just to give it a little bit of frost look, and then I'm also going to sprinkle that on the top. You'll see in a few minutes around the snowflake there. And when I stand it up, it's going to cause some of it to kind of trickle down. So it's going to give the effect of as if it looks like it's snowing. And I thought that was so cool. It's like, go May, go May. Ooh, ooh, go girl. You did it. Yes. So yeah, so that's that. You guys will see everything in. Oh, no. I'm jumping ahead. The lettering, I wanted to bring it out a little bit more. And I know it looks like that C and S at the bottom is hanging over, but it's not. It just looks that way because of how I distressed the edges. So it's just kind of blending. So what I decided to do was just take some more of that umber and do some distressing on the letters. Not super heavy, but just enough to kind of bring it out. And I think it works, but you guys can definitely let me know if you're vibing this, if you feel it, if it was nice. I love it. I really think it came out super cute, and like I said, super easy to do. So next step, I'm going in with this tag I got from Hobby Lobby. I got this during the spring clearance sale. I want to say it was either 70 or 75% off, but it was only $2.99 to begin with. So again, got it on pennies on the dollar, you know. And I painted it in white, the Waverly chalk paint in white, and now I'm just going with some Mod Podge, and we're going to add in some tissue paper, some red polka dot tissue paper, and you'll see that coming up in a second here. I don't know why I left this in so long, but I just evenly distribute out that Mod Podge. What I did was I had put down too much. I was just showing you guys, and I now realize on camera you can't really see it, but I was just showing you how I just tried to move really quick to like span it out, and I'm just going to lay the tissue paper on top. So on my last video, not my last one, the one before last, one of my sweet subscribers said, why do you use so much tissue paper? And they felt like I was wasting it. And I do preserve my stuff. I don't always leave it on camera for you guys to see, but I was like, you know what? Let me, you know, just to be respectful of the viewers' eyes, let me just go ahead and show you guys I can line it up and try to, you know, preserve as much of the paper as I can. But even when I put it right in the center, the reason I do that, because for me, things are a little bit off, as you guys may well know. So if I don't do that, I tend to be off center, or I may just not get good coverage. So it's better if I can just lay it straight down and then cut around it. But I challenged myself so I don't stress you guys out, so you can see that, you know, I lined it up and I saved the paper. All right, so now the little bits on the side, I don't usually save those, but I will cut around, and I do save my scraps for other times. Okay, and then if it's too close to it, like certain things like this around the sides, once I cut it down, I can't preserve those because that's just too much for me. Like, you know, it's not that serious. But I will remove it and put it to the side. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. So all I'm doing here is tearing it away, and I'm going to go in with my finger sander and start cleaning it up. Again, I apologize for being out of frame here, and I'm just cleaning up this tissue paper because I am going to be using the burn technique. You'll see that coming up in just a few minutes here, but first I'm going to go in with my X-Acto knife, And I'm just going to go in those slits and just try to carve down some of that paper, just so when I do go in with the lighter, I don't have this excessive amount of paper that needs to be burned. You know, that just kind of opens it up and let that fire just kind of flow through instead of hovering in one place until it burns through the paper. I hope that makes sense. But in this particular one, I've used these tags quite a bit in the past. This particular one was a little beat up. It had a lot of jagged edges, a lot of splinters. So I do a lot of sanding down on and off camera. But here's where I'm going in with the lighter, and I am trying to burn like the edges. Okay, I wanted that look because, as you can see, this was like stark white, and I was originally going to go that route, but I was like, you know what, I want to kind of, you know, age this a little bit, right? So I was not initially going to do distressing, but as I started looking at my projects, because you guys know we don't always film, or we don't always film in the way that we edit. I hope I said that right, or how we produce the video. It's not always in the same sequence. So here I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna just follow suit. I'm gonna distress this up. I knew with it being stark white, I wouldn't get like a super dark distress on it, but I still wanted to get that look in there. So I'm taking some more of that burnt umber, and I'm just going to town with it, guys. I'm just getting it all nice and tattered up in there, nice and distressed. And I go in with this buffalo check bow. I pick up this pack from Hobby Lobby. I want to say they were $3.99, 50% off. So and it was 6 in the pack, I think guys. I can't remember. I think it was 6 in the pack. And then also this little peppermint pick. I thought this would be super cute to add in there, just to add a little extra something to the bow. This Merry Christmas sign I got from Walmart, and I want to say, was it $1.98 or $2.48, something like that, I think, but still keeps us under our $5 mark here. And I just removed all the extras that was on there, and this is made of rubber, so I did go in with a little bit of hot glue and some of my heavier duty adhesive, just to make sure it sticks to the tag, because it had a nice little weight to it. So I wanted to make sure it stayed on there, because we are going to be handling this quite a bit. So next I'm taking one of my half wooden dowels that I did stain with the burnt umber, adding that to the bottom of the Merry Christmas, just because of all the red and white. Like, I wanted to break it up. I wanted it to have something, and I had this whole, you know, like peppermint bark, you know, like the bark of the tree. Yeah, I went there. I know y'all would be so surprised at the stuff that goes on in this head, but I wanted to break that up and kind of give it more of that, like, just, you know, just to add into the distress look. And then I have these penguins. I'm obsessed with penguins this year. I'm not sure why for Christmas, but I am, and I thought that would be so cute and playful to add those at the bottom. I do move that 4th one over in front of the word Mary. And that's pretty much it for this project, guys. I love this. I think it's super cute. Now, guys, don't forget to check out Missi, Emily, and Ellie's information in my description box, along with that playlist. Guys, it's some good content creators on here, and I know you're going to find inspiration from all of them, you know, because I follow them, I watch them, I love their work, and I know you will too. I promise you that you will. So don't forget to stop by and tell them I said hello, okay? So we're going to jump into our 3rd project. Now, this one is super easy, guys. This is a smaller tag that I picked up from Michael's, and it was on sale. It was $1.99 on sale for 50% off. This napkin is so cute. I love that little chunky pig. He is so cute. And it just says Merry Christmas on it. I've had this napkin in my stash for some time now. I ordered it offline. I want to say it was like 89 cents offline, but I ordered a bundle of them, so I get discounts as the more I order. So it still came under 89 cents. But I'm just decoupaging that onto the tag. I love this tag because it had like a little shiplap look to it, which I thought was super cute. But I did not like press into those two. Like, I didn't separate them. You know, I left it as a whole because I just wanted it to show behind the picture. I didn't want to cut through them. I hope I'm saying that right. I didn't want to cut through the little slits. So I'm just standing away, and I don't know if you guys can really tell, but it does have like a dark red outline to it. And so I kept that on the top and the bottom, and I'm just going to go in with some of my Tuscan red paint, and I'm going to highlight around the edges just to bring it all together. And I am going to bring it up to the top as well, and you guys will see that in a few minutes. And I'm just going to kind of do a distressing with it to give it that barn feel. And I love this, guys. Like, I was like, this is so cute. I love checkered anything, like checkered patterns. I love them. I love polka dots too, but I love checkered patterns. And I just really feel like this is such a cute little craft. And all of these today really could be used as leaners, and you can also add them to tier trays depending on how big your tier tray is or how you position them. I can definitely see all of these today being either leaners or used on a tier tray in some way. And so I just felt like this tied into the color scheme, especially with the book. Like, I could even see this hanging outside of the book that we made. Like, I think that would be super cute. And I just thought about that because I added in a piece of lace to that book to make it look like a page holder. Oh, man, I just thought about that. I might add that to this. I might add this to that, and we'll see. So here I'm just playing around with another one of those bows in black and white. I also got that from Hobby Lobby. Same amount as the red one. I think it was 6 in a pack for $3.99 with 50% off. So yeah, and that's it. I really like this, guys. Like, that's it for this project. Like, how super quick and fast was that, and how cute. Like, I can make a whole bunch of those and be okay. I can see those as a banner. Oh, those would look cute. Like, if you have a mantle on each side, I think that would be super cute too. All right, so next I have these paper bags. I got these from Hobby Lobby as well. I want to say 12 came in the pack. They were $2.99 for 50% off. And I have that foam block that I think I got from Dollar Tree. I think, guys, but it's been in my stash forever, so I honestly can't remember. And I don't remember, the tag, I didn't pay attention to it. So here I have these little rectangle squares. I got these from the general discount store, and they were 89 cents, I think, and you get 6 in a pack. And what I'm doing with these is I'm just putting them in the bags to keep them from folding, because we're going to connect the two bags together. All right, and we're just going to make a Christmas gift. That's all we're going to do with this. So that's what I do for both of them. And then I slide in that foam block. And looking at this and even handling it afterwards, I was like, you know, I should have added something else in there to make it a little bit more solid. Because when I went to go wrap it and everything, it did give a little bit. But putting the little the rectangle squares in there, or the rectangle pieces in there, it helped. It kept it from buckling. So, but nonetheless, it was a lesson learned. It didn't take away from the project too much. It's just something that I noticed, you know, and so I did have to handle it really gently to keep it from folding in. But I'm just going in with some of this ribbon. I got the ribbon from Hobby Lobby at 50% off. I want to say it was $4.99, I think. $4.99, $5.99, 50% off. I only used maybe 12 inches of it. And then this poinsettia, I did pick these up. I don't know where I picked those up from, guys. It was either Hobby Lobby or I think it was, no, it was from Walmart. I got those from Walmart, and they were $1.98 each. Okay, and so that was it. So I will tell you guys right now, I added in this Merry Christmas ribbon. I got this from Hobby Lobby as well. I believe this one was $3.99, 50% off, but I should have stuck with the red ribbon, because I kept saying, like, what's throwing this off? Like, it just was, something was throwing it off. I'm like, what's throwing this off? And for the life of me, I couldn't figure it out. But then when I started doing this voiceover and editing, that's when I looked at it. I was like, I don't like that. It should have been just the red ribbon. And I think the color of that red ribbon versus the flower were two different reds. and that was contributing to it too. So this one is definitely a do-over for me, but because I'd already started on it, I kept it in the project in my video because I needed a 5th project. So that's why it's here. But overall, like, it wasn't like horrible. It just, I couldn't figure out at that time like what's throwing it off, and that's what it was. So I did go in with one of the little holly bushes, add that in the middle. I'm taking another one of those stickers that I got out of that vintage set of stickers I had, adding that to the bottom as well. It says Happy Holidays, and I thought that was super cute because I thought about the song Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Yeah, right. Yeah, I know y'all like those vocals, huh? I know you didn't. I don't even like them. Oh, my mama would say, don't sing anymore. Don't you do it. But yes, that's where that came from. All right, so here's our final project of today, guys. So this is one of the chargers from Dollar Tree. I absolutely love this pattern. I thought it was super cute. And so I'm taking some more of that red ribbon that I used in the previous project, and I'm just gonna follow the lines that's here. So luckily they were odd number lines, and so I was able to find the actual center of this, and I really love that. So we are going to be making another Christmas gift. We're going to do another plan of Christmas gift. So I really love the way this one came out. I did have a few little oopsies that, you know, looking at it again during editing, I'll see where I went a little bit left, y'all. But again, remember, I be tired. My eyes get a little weary, y'all. I get tired when I'm doing my crafts. And I'm just going in and I'm just putting the hot glue to hold those down. Now I did use some of the heavier duty adhesive. I used the quick hold by E6000 on the center part of it, but the parts I put to the back, I just used the hot glue. I think I may have put some of the other stuff on there. I can't remember, guys. And here I am counting, and it took me only about 4 or 5 times to count that out. I started cracking up. Like, I couldn't remember where the center was. I was like, why not just get a little marker and put a dot there, May? But I counted it out like 3 times, I think. I started chuckling. So anyway, so I'm just gonna go across with it and do the same thing like I did with the other one. And yeah. And so I'm just gonna adhere to the back, and we're gonna just go in and we're gonna start the embellishments on it. So once I do that, I already like it, guys. Like, it looks cute. Like right here, I like it. So I have that, believe where it comes from, Dollar Tree. I think it comes 2 or 3 in a pack. And I just stained that. I was going to use that on a different video, and I opted not to, so it was already done. And I just had stained it with the, I want to say I stained it with the burnt umber, and then I did like a whitewash over it. Now here, guys, I wanted one of these. I don't know what kind of bow it is, but you guys can get the idea, right, of what kind of bow. Now I should have stopped right here, but when I was looking at it, I was like, you can't see it. You can't see the bow. So I end up moving like little loops around. Now how I did this, guys, I know it was a little bit unorthodox, but I know I cannot make bows, guys. So my thought process was cut down some strips, loop them over, and then stick them out. But I wasn't paying attention like where I was putting them. Like I thought I was, but I wasn't. And so they were spaced out way more than I wanted. I pulled 2 over to the side because I felt like you couldn't see them laying on the strips that's going vertical. And it looked a hot mess, guys, when I did that. But it's an easy fix because I only put hot glue on them. So it's something I could go back and fix. So I did not like that part. And yeah. But there it is. There it is. I'm not the proudest of this project, but there it is. And so I just go in. I'm trying to shoosh it up a little bit, adding in some of these flowers. I got these at Michael's. I want to say they were the $4.99 or $5.99. And then 2 more of those stickers from my vintage pack. I left the stickers on the back, and I just put a little bit of dab of hot glue just to add in the embellishments because again that bow, my faux bow, was throwing it off. But here is the final reveal, guys. You have to let me know if you have a favorite. See, that's where I went in and add that lace ribbon to create like a bookmark for it, and I'm gonna remove it. I'm gonna remove it for sure. and probably put the tag there. But yeah, look at the little scenery, guys. I absolutely love this. I have to say, I believe the book is my #1 favorite of today, although I do like every single piece. This one, the tags, are my 2 favorite. The Christmas present ones, they are do-overs for me, so they fell at the bottom on my today's favorite list. But you guys let me know if you have a favorite, how you feel about them. Is it something that you would create? You know, share that information with me. It helps me out a lot. I don't get offended by it. It really helps me to bring the content that you want to see to you. And it also helps me to tweak future projects, you know. Even though we go left sometimes, we still, you know, have that opportunity to come back and tweak some things. So thank you to Missi and Emily for hosting this event, and Ellie for co-hosting. Guys, don't forget to check out their information in my description box below. Tell them I said hello, and also that awesome playlist. You don't want to miss it. You know, a lot of work goes into these videos, so definitely go by and check everyone out, lovies. And if you're still riding with me, thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. Know those comments are always desired and never required, because I just love you guys. I love that you come back and laugh with me. I love that you come back and watch my content and just say hello. Like, I love that. Like, that makes my heart smile. All right, lovies. So fall in love every day. Every day you have an opportunity to open your eyes. It's an opportunity to fall in love with at least one something that day. So find the good, the joy, the peace, the happy, and everything you see, say, do, or touch. Know that it's waiting there for you just to claim it.